Hello and welcome to this presentation about the high school at ISS. The aim of this presentation is to give information for new families that hopefully you will find really useful. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the school as a whole. Currently ISS has 158 students and they come from 48 different nationalities. So we have a wonderfully vibrant international community here at ISS. And within high school, currently we have 165 students, ranging from, again, a vast array of different nationalities. Our biggest nationality is Norwegian, and then we have, next up is our population from USA, and then actually Poland, and then United Kingdom. But the graphic at the side gives you an understanding of the vast array of nationalities that create our high school community, and it's something that we very much appreciate and we celebrate here at ISS. Okay, so the three most important values that we have here at ISS are learning, well-being and community, and they very much underpin everything that we focus on as a high school and how we focus on approaching student life and our learning here at ISS. So let's look at learning first. We like to focus on traditional excellence, and by that we mean that we have a rigorous curricula which focuses on really important foundation building through high school, up through high school to international qualifications like the IGCSE and the International Baccalaureate Diploma Programme, and essentially support students in preparing for university life so they have all the foundation knowledge and skills that they need to be successful students or go out into the workplace as well. So traditional excellence is something we very much value. But we've also very much got an eye on the future as well. We understand that purely academic knowledge is not going to build successful citizens for the future, and we need to be thinking a great deal about transferable skills and skills and attributes and character that enable students to be successful in their future. With that in mind, we're accredited through the New England Association of Schools and Colleges, and we actually follow their quite forward-thinking ACE learning protocol, where the focus is very much on developing students who have strong transferable skills and a strong level of what we call student autonomy, which means control over their learning and understanding of how they learn, because we'd like them to leave high school going on to be very successful, because of course you don't finish learning at high school. We want lifelong learners, so as adults they learn successfully as well. Our focus as a school within our ACE learning protocol over the last year has been very much on student agency, supporting students in developing control and understanding of their learning, and really having a strong focus on choice within that as well. And we will continue that work through into next year as well, and we will be focusing on learning impacts. It's really challenging in the learning school learning community how we focus on actually measuring learning in terms of transferable skills, because those transferable skills, as I've said, are extremely important to our students' future. So we're going to be spending quite a lot of time as a professional community working on that, because we believe here at ISS that teachers need to do just as much continual learning as students need to do as well. So we like to think that we learn together as an organisation. Everyone within the school is part of that journey. Skills for the future, as I've mentioned, they're extremely important, and McKinsey & Company did some research a couple of years ago about the most important attributes that students need for the future, and they came up with 4 main key areas: cognitive, interpersonal, self-leadership and digital skills. And again, that's something that we very much are embedding into our curriculum along with that traditional knowledge, and we're developing ways of focusing on that within our curriculum program. So you can see the graphic at the side of you. So it's a breakdown of those essential areas and the things that we need to think about, such as digital literacy, such as logical reasoning, and being active listeners, and strong interpersonal skills, being able to build strong relationships, and again leadership. Very much part of the focus that we very value here in our high school community. At the start of the school year, I always like to talk to students about careers that they may think about in the future, some way of helping them navigate through those final years of high school. And as you can see from the graphic beside of me, you probably haven't heard of quite a few of these careers. And that's simply because 4 or 5 years ago, they didn't exist. There was no such thing as a chief listening officer or a blockchain analyst. And I think that's really important to reinforce the point that we have no idea what you as students and parents, your students, will be doing in the future. And that's why developing their skills is so fundamentally important, because it's about the application of knowledge in different contexts, about the interpersonal skills, and about thinking outside of the box. And all those essential central attributes which will make creating and being part of a different career that doesn't exist yet successful for students. So, learning at ISS, as we've just said, really challenging, rigorous curricula that looks at problem solving and creativity, and essentially preparing students for a higher education. So in grade 9 and grade 10, we run a 2-year program, which is essentially for students to prepare and gain the skills that they need, so they feel really, really ready to be part of the IB diploma program. And we also offer the Cambridge IGCSE curriculum for all students, and students can choose whether they would like to take the IGCSE exams at the end of grade 10. Typically about half our students take that route and experience the exams, but it's not a requirement here at ISS. We want students to make the right choices for them. We've got a very strong track record of being successful with IGCSE, and as you can see, last year we got 100% A to C pass rate, and in fact 78% of our students gained A's and A stars. So again, it shows that our students work extremely hard here, and they're really committed to being successful. In grade 11 and grade 12, our curriculum focuses on the IB diploma program. Typically 98% of our students follow the diploma, and we're very proud of the fact that we're very inclusive with our IB program. We believe that all students should have the opportunity to do the program. Some may do the full diploma, some may choose to take IB subject courses, and we work with students on an individual level to make sure that we help them make the right choice for their future and where they would like to be. We're very lucky enough to have fantastic facilities. You can see on the image at the side of me, this is our theatre. We've got a fantastic purpose-built theatre, and recently we've just upgraded all the sound and the tech equipment in there. So every year we have a high school production, and students can be involved in performing and dancing on stage, but also involved in all the tech behind the scenes as well. We also have wonderful technology facilities. We run a very strong design technology program all the way through IB, and have fantastic facilities for that as well. Technology, as we've mentioned, I previously mentioned digital literacy, is really, really important here at ISS, and that's why we have a one-to-one MacBook program for students. All high school students are given access to an Apple MacBook Pro while they're students with us to look after really, really carefully. And it's really a sort of a foundation to their learning. And we help build their digital literacy skills and enable them to learn to use programs really successfully. We run Google Suite usually through as our essential computer learning, and also run our classrooms through Google Classroom. Research and study skills are also really, really essential for students to be successful, and again, very powerful transferable skills for the future. We have a really, really fantastic library learning centre where students have access to a vast array of more traditional information in the form of books, but also fantastic access to computer and information databases as well. Our library learning suite has fantastic conferencing facilities, so we can develop online options for students. And also it's just a fantastic place to quietly study and take ownership and responsibility for the time in the week where you have independent learning time. I've mentioned before about the IB programme here being very inclusive, and I think that's a very important thing to mention, that we have an extremely inclusive philosophy here at ISS as a high school. We believe that everybody is a really, really valuable part of the community, and we believe that everybody should have every opportunity to learn. So we're not selective about anything in our approach here at ISS. Well-being is absolutely fundamental to learning successfully, and we've got a lot of programs in place to support students with their well-being, because we believe that happy, well-balanced students are going to learn more successfully. So there's a lot of inclusive structures within the high school that are meant to aid and support students with their learning and their well-being. And one of the things that's really important is there's an expectation of kindness and respect amongst our community. We expect everyone to be kind to each other and to the environment as well. And another message is that it's okay to be different. We believe in having a certain level of individuality for students to be focused on what they need as individuals to be successful. We also have strong structures in place to support students' learning and their well-being. And that starts with really supportive, caring teachers who just do that little bit extra and go that extra mile to support students. We also have tailored learning support programs and EAL programs for students who may need some form of learning support to enable them to be successful, or their English might not be quite as strong as they'd like it to be and they need some additional support with that. We also have a high school guidance counsellor who is here to support students with their emotional and social welfare as well, and that's a very, very important part of high school. As well as just academics, we also really much focus on a holistic education, that we believe, again, it's part of that belief that transferable skills are just as valuable as pure academic knowledge. And we've spent a lot of time in recent years working on a range of different programs, and one of which is a focus on outdoor education. In grade 9 and grade 11, our students go hiking and lake walking and spend a few days out in the beautiful Norwegian environment. And again, it offers them the opportunity to develop team building skills, grit and resilience, develops planning and coordination, and they even learn how to do some cooking as well. And then in grade 10, they also have a winter skiing experience. So those are really, really essentially important experiential learning opportunities for our students. And we know that our students really, really enjoy those opportunities to get out and about in nature and develop skills that maybe are not quite the same central focus inside a classroom. So you can see some pictures here of our outdoor education trips for the last year. We also have a very, very strong Model United Nations program. If you've never heard of that, Model United Nations is a program where students literally do recreate the United Nations. They develop a range of different skills. They learn to represent different countries and look at different issues and challenges that the world is facing through the perspective of different countries. It's a wonderful opportunity to develop empathy and understanding, but also presentation skills, debating skills, research skills. We have a really strong program here with more than half our high school students involved, and there's also opportunities to travel to conferences. We attend one conference in Portugal, and also another conference in The Hague. The Hague conference has over 2,000 international students involved, and it's a wonderful opportunity for our students to spend time with other international students, develop different cultural perspectives and understanding, and hopefully solve the problems that this world is facing that perhaps my generation haven't been so successful in achieving. We've got high hopes that they'll be able to do that for us in the future. As well as MUN and countless other activities available, we also have Viking Athletics, where all our students can be involved in a number of different sporting activities. And our inclusiveness with our academic program is just as important in terms of our sporting program. All students can be involved, regardless of if they have never picked up a volleyball and tried to serve it across a net, or kicked a football, or had any opportunity to do any kind of sport. So regardless of their level, we want them to be involved. So currently we have volleyball, soccer, cross country, basketball, swimming, track and field, occasionally golf, and we also run things like conditioning and circuit training, because we very much believe that physical exercise is really, really important for a balanced life. So we try to find opportunities for students to be involved on various different levels. The idea is we're inclusive, come and have a go and join. But we also have the opportunity to compete at quite a high level, and we're involved with the Northern European Council of International Schools, and they run a strong athletics competitions throughout the school year, and we frequently travel to compete against those other schools as well. So there's opportunities there as well. The other thing that we're very much involved in high school is opportunities for students to be involved in service learning. Students who are part of the IB diploma program will be using service learning as part of their CAS program. But we also very much encourage our grade 9 and grade 10 students to be involved in a number of different service learning opportunities. We have the Cameroon Service Project, we have 50-50 Club, which focuses on developing an understanding of gender equality. We have a couple of clubs that have been initiated by students. We're very much believers that we'd like students to have the voice and choice in what they'd like to do, one of which is a mental health initiative, which a group of students has developed, looking at teenage health and supporting each other, understanding mental health as teenagers, which is really important. And along with that, there's also the International Red Cross as well. So lots of opportunities at break and lunchtime and after school to be involved in all those different clubs. We also have a strong student council. You can get involved with the student council, and that's your opportunity to be the voice of the student community. They're a very important sounding board for me as the high school principal. I frequently ask their input into a lot of decisions that I need to make. And they're very, very valuable in what they bring to the community. And they're also fantastic at creating some wonderful social events for the students to develop and support our inclusive community field that we have here as a school. So you can be involved in all the different activities, from the spring formal through to activity nights, through to our autumn carnival that we had this year. Lots of different opportunities to be involved with all your friends on a social level. And of course, what we really want you to be is really successful over your years here at ISS, and to successfully support you in preparing you for the future. So we have a lot of support with things like university applications. We run a careers day each year where students get to hear from different professions about what that career would involve and the skills that they need to develop to be successful. We have a number of university fair opportunities, and also universities that visit us as well. And we're very, very strong on supporting students individually with their application support for university. That's something that we know is incredibly important. The graphic at the side of me here shows you all the vast array of different universities that our students have gone to in the last couple of years, from the United States and Canada through to Ireland, even Denmark, Germany, Switzerland, Spain, the Netherlands, and a substantial number of students who of course go to UK. So we can help support you with your UCAS applications or applications to the Netherlands. Wherever you'd like to go, we're here to support you in helping you make the right decision for your future, because more than anything else, we want you to be successful. So we have a strong high school team. There's myself, the IB IGCSE coordinator, and also our high school counsellor, and all the wonderful high school teachers who are here to help welcome you to the community, and regardless of if you're here for 1 year or for 4 years, to make your experience and your learning as successful as it can possibly be. So thank you so much for listening to our presentation, and we look forward to welcoming you at ISS very soon.